All right. Good morning, everybody. Cheers. Justin Clark here. Time to take a look at these crypto markets. And good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the world you're in. As you come on, let me know who you are, what part of the world you are tuning in from. And if you're seeing this live or on replay, it's always good to see how people are consuming this content. Yeah, been trading away. Had a good couple of days here to the start of the month, a little over $1,800 already. Some big dumps going on and all sorts of stuff happening. Bitcoin lost 100,000. So everybody's confused. So we're going to take a look at what's going on and see if we can get a good idea. But for us, it's great. I mean, this is the kind of trading that we love. And yeah, so we're just having a good time trading with our system the way that we trade. Holding can be painful because a lot of the alts I'm looking at, they're down. Yeah, VVV's down 39%. That one's down like 85% now from where it launched. XCN is down, CRV, all of them. There's so many that are down. So let's take a look at a chart here called the MA momentum setup. It's the moving average momentum chart, and this will give us some insights into what's going on and what are probably some of the key levels to watch right now. Again, if you want market analysis like this to your inbox or push to your smartphone, follow me on Facebook or x.com or subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hey, Shane, good morning. Welcome. All right, let's go ahead and take a look over here. And the first thing I do want to cover is if you are a member of iCoinPro and you want to learn how to use this chart setup, you can click on My iCoinPro Training and go to the Micro Profit System Part 3. And it's right here, MA Momentum. It's about a 40-minute training. You can really do it at any point in the 1-week course because it's like a standalone kind of module. All right, so what's going on? Well, let's take a look at this chart. This is the MA Momentum chart. If you have the iCoinPro trading portal, you go up here, click this, and then click Load Chart Layout, and you can click MA Momentum, and that'll pull it up. All right, so with that said, this chart works this way, and we'll kind of go over a couple of things for anybody who's new. These green and red things are called candles. They show the price action. We got 3 days of down we're looking at right now for Bitcoin, which is not awesome. Each of these candles show 1 full day's worth of trading. So red, that means 3 days of down here. These other lines here, this purple, maroon, yellow, green, and these lines up here, these are moving averages. We're not going to get into how they're calculated, just show you how to use them. And then this shaded area is called a Bollinger Band. Okay, and this shows just kind of a general idea of, potential movement of the asset. All right, so when the price action is trading over all of these moving averages, all right, and in particular, staying above this light purple moving average here, that means that we are in a potentially bull market or bullish market, and almost definitely not in a bear market at that moment. All right. Now, news events can rapidly change anything, but from a technical standpoint, that's what we're looking at. On the flip side, if we get stuck below all of these moving averages, and in particular stuck below this light purple moving average, then we are potentially in a bearish market and building up bearish momentum, and almost definitely not in a bull market. We need to process out all of the sellers and the fear in order to reclaim those moving averages to then attempt to start moving up. So where are we right now? We are testing these moving averages here. We lost the light purple moving average. We're testing these 2 moving averages to see if they're strong, if we can get some support. We lost 100,000. That stinks. Nobody wants to see that. That's a holder. So it's going to be confusing the market right now. Now, if we lose this area, we could see, the price drop further, and we could definitely see the altcoins dip. I mean, they're already starting to drop with Bitcoin doing 3 days down. The funny thing is, and this is why we look at Bitcoin, Bitcoin is a big bully, right? So whatever Bitcoin does, the alts do, in an exaggerated fashion. So Bitcoin's moved down about 7% 7.85%. And because it's a big bully, if we look at some of these other coins like XCN, in the past 3 days, XCN has gone down 26%. CRV in the past 3 days has gone down 28%. All right, so you see how this works. The market, everything follows Bitcoin like lemmings. Jasmy's down 22%, but it does it in an exaggerated fashion. Okay, so back to Bitcoin here. We got to stay above this area. All right, this is invalid now. We're going to just delete that. Hold on one second. Save that. All right, so we got to stay above this area that we're trading in here. Hold on. Oh, I got the wrong Bitcoin open. Let me open up this one from Binance. Here we go. Okay, sorry about that. All right, so back to this. Oh, shoot. Hold on. I want the Binance one. There we go. Now we got it. Okay, so back to this chart. So yeah, we need to stay above this area. If we lose this area, we lose, we look at possibly checking out 95,000, which it looks like this moving average is starting to move up to be that support. And if we lose that, then 90,000 is the next, 89.90 is the next level. If we lose 89.90, we run the real risk of potentially trend reversing. Here we go. Thank you. Oh, cool. Thanks. Welcome. I appreciate the kudos. All right. So, yeah. And so we're going to have to see 84.85 is going to be the next level. I'm sorry, 94.95 is the next level. Then 89.90. This down here, it's called a MACD. The fact that this is crossed over with the orange on top, blue on the bottom is not good. It's showing continuation potentially here, all right, of this trend. So we're just going to have to see what happens. But this could build up momentum if it starts to head down wide open towards this, the histogram. Then it could, potentially really start to build up some momentum and give us a lot of fun trades. So we're going to have to see what happens here. Again, I've been mentioning this before. We could be building, and I'll try to draw this here, what is called a head and shoulders. Let me see if I have my right tool here. Here we go. So a head and shoulders, let's see if it'll let me do it. Yeah, it will. A head and shoulders is a pattern that I don't want it to bend that way. There we go. We'll move it. Let's move it over here. It's a pattern that traders use, and let me thicken this a little bit. Probably leave this on the chart. And it's a reversal pattern. So we could be doing this head and shoulders now. If we are, that's not good potentially. Let me see if I can do another one. Nope. Let me pick it up. Sorry, doing this in a very awkward fashion here. So I don't know why it wants it to be inverted at first, but I guess it does. So this would be a shoulder. This would be, get out of there. This would be a shoulder. This would be the head. And then this is what they call the neckline. So let's draw the neckline here. And yeah, right about here would be this neckline. So if we go down to the neckline and bounce and then do another shoulder and it's lower than this high here, then we are forming a giant head and shoulders, which is not good. They view that as a reversal pattern in traditional trading. So maybe that'll happen, maybe it won't. Again, we don't know. We just take this one day at a time. But that is a potential. I'm going to save it on the charts just so I can have it. We'll be able to reference it. Okay. But that's what's looking like is going on. And this neckline is somewhere around 90. Yeah, just about 90,000, right around there. So if we lose that, if we come down and lose it right away, then oof, that's going to be bad. But we'll just have to say, hey, Ahmed, welcome. Glad to have you on. So yeah, we'll just have to see what this crazy market's doing here. But for today, we need to reclaim 100K to keep the bulls excited and keep this momentum from continuing. If we can't, then we could lose, these moving averages, and then 94.95 is going to be the next test, and then it's 89.90. All right, so let's take a look at what we call the longs and the shorts. The long and the short of it. A long is a person who's betting that Bitcoin is going up, and a short is a person who's betting that Bitcoin is going down. And they make money based on being right, okay? So if a person is long and Bitcoin goes up, they make money and they don't lose money. If the person is short and they're betting it's going down, and if Bitcoin does go down, they make money. And if it goes up, they actually lose money. So right now, and a lot of these people use what's called leverage. Leverage is where you are borrowing money to exaggerate your gains and your losses, okay? So here's the thing. These longs and shorts, we're starting to get pretty heavy on the long side. So that means more and more people are betting and betting and betting that Bitcoin is going to go up. And if this gets over 70%, we start to get concerned, because what can happen is all these people betting Bitcoin's going up. Boy, these alerts just are going off and off and off. They can end up in a situation where a lot of people get liquidated really fast. All the people who were betting Bitcoin was going up start to get liquidated, and then you can get a more dramatic drop in price. It's called a long squeeze. All those people who were long betting Bitcoin was going up get squeezed out of the market en masse. We're pretty close. I mean, this is not good. And they're taking the bait here, man. They are like, it moves down just slightly, and they're long and long and long. And so we just have to see what's happening. Boy, oh boy, look at all these different coins here. This software is finding all these potential trades. It's so cool. Our software is like the all-seeing eye of crypto. So if anything happens, anything moves, our software knows about it. And you'll hear these alerts coming in. Whenever it finds, potential trades, it pushes it. There it is, pushes it right to our smartphone. So we know exactly what's happening in real time, which is so cool. Anyway, it took us a long time. We've been doing this since 2017. So this software we've been building for a long time now, and it's pretty awesome. Okay, so with that said, last thing we want to do is let's look at what's hot for trading. Potentially. Definitely, let's flip over here. Let me get this. Here we go. All right, Swift coin. So Swift coin is a nice noisy chart, meaning that it's cutting through all of these moving averages pretty easily. Big movements, 40% movements. It's a great, it's definitely a good coin to trade. The one thing I just want to say though is we are way, way up high on this. Okay. We're at like the highest that's ever been. So again, we're at a point where this could implode too. You've got to just really, look for great roller coastering. If this gets quiet and then starts creeping down, look, just be careful with that. Okay. If it's not going up and down, making big movements, and you're going to want to start to really wait for a dump, and then it'll, when it reverts, you get in when it dumps, you revert, it sell, and then see if you get more, because we are, this could run out of gas here at any point and could get a more severe drop. In particular, if Bitcoin does a big dump, this could really, really implode being up so high. No, Shane, not really. The long short info doesn't affect how I trade, because we're doing really small trades like this. Here, I'll show you. Like this morning, this was one of my trades on VVV. And so it was just in this squeeze bubble dip sequence, 1, 2, and then I entered it on the third, had to put a little bit more in, and then it just rocketed all the way back up, went up about 17%, and I sold here for about $600 profit. So I'm in and out. It doesn't affect me overall what the market's doing, because I mean, this whole trade, this was a longer trade for me, was about 2 hours. Okay. But I do watch that because I want to know when Bitcoin is potentially ready to die, right? And if Bitcoin dumps and dies big, then I want to be aware of that, so I will trade appropriately when the altcoins start imploding. All right, so yeah, I use that just to be aware of overall market sentiment or potential. Okay. And it's not that we are going to dump just because the longs are getting high. We could absolutely bounce and go up from here. But the potential starts to increase when we get over 70%, that a bigger drop could occur. And we can only trade based on potential and just be aware of that potential. Okay, let's see. All right, so definitely Swift coin, great volume, everything. VVV, I've been trading. I'm just going to caution you guys on this. VVV is an airdrop coin, and it is, you got to get in and get out on this coin, okay? It can sell off nearly infinitely. So be very, very cautious. Really wait for the good, dips with good roller coastering and everything. Be cautious with your ladder buying, space it out 3-5%, just because this thing can really plunge. And then it recovers, but at some point it will turn the tables, but it's very, very difficult to gauge when that will be. And it is currently down, oh boy, where are we at now? 3.28. It's currently down, like 85-86%. If everybody's thinking, oh my gosh, this thing's got to turn around, it might, or it might just keep going. It's freebie coin, so people can keep selling it. So wait for the drama, wait for the good spreads, make sure there's good roller coastering in the trades. And if it doesn't look like a bubble, even if it has a pretty good spread, I got caught in this a little bit yesterday. I bought here because I thought this was the spread. It's hard to see here. There we go. We'll zoom in a little bit so you can get an idea. I thought this was 1, 2, 3. I mean, this already had a spread of 4%, and then it started to dip pretty hard. I'm like, okay, cool. And then this ended up being a big long dip trade. But again, you just follow the system. I think I can show this. Here we go. What you have to do is just follow the system. So I bought in here thinking that this was dip 3. We had plenty of spread when I bought. It was 6%. We had nice recoveries. And then the market decided to surprise me. So I had to just follow and buy in the dips, buy. And then when it all came and turned around, I sold it. And that's just how you do it. You just follow the ladder buying system. Okay. But you've got to sell it because then it decided to go even lower. Okay. And yet usually when stuff like that happens, I'm either going to be, selling at break even or a little profit. This ended up being a pretty good sized profit, but anyway, yeah, you just have to follow the system if that occurs. But be aware of it, that it can go down more than you'd anticipate because of it just being this freebie coin that everybody's just selling the crap out of right now. Okay. All right. With all that said, back to what's hot and what's not. Okay, so Swift coin, VVV, and ACH. Actually, I hit that this morning for a little trade. Again, it's on the 1 hour chart. It's just starting possibly a 1 hour dip sequence. So anything I'm doing here is like, buy it, sell it, right? I've traded it twice actually today. Buy it, sell it here, or I'm sorry, buy and sell here, buy and sell here. It could be starting a 1 hour dip sequence. So I want to be in and out really quick on this one. And let's see here. Yeah, that's pretty much what we got. I mean, those are good. This is a coin that just blew up, but I'm going to be super cautious with coins that blew up right now. I mean, it's got some good volume. It's got some good movement. Yeah, I mean, this could be a good one too. I'm just going to let the system find what looks good and just look for the best roller coastering. But because of where Bitcoin is, I'm starting to be more and more cautious because if Bitcoin does decide to be a big bully and start moving down, it can really be a challenge for the altcoins. Yep. So it's not looking super awesome right now. And let's check it out on the 5 minute and see what's going on. Yeah, see, it bounced, and that's the beauty of these things is it bounces, that's great. But you got to sell, especially now we're potentially starting to form a bit of a downtrend. All right, guys, that's everything I've got. So we'll see. But again, as far as kind of buddy coins, Swiftcoin, ACH, and VVV are the ones. Any of these, I mean, a lot of these have good spreads and everything. They're good. So it's like you got a lot of things going on. Awesome. Oh, you're welcome, Pav. All right, everybody. That's all I've got. Again, if you want to learn how to trade these crazy crypto markets, we have a free boot camp you can do. It takes you about 40 minutes. You can do it right after you jump off here. And you'll be amazed at what you can learn in 40 minutes. So go ahead and get back with the person who introduced you to iCoinPro or shared this video with you, or shoot an email to support@iCoinPro. Also, if you want market analysis like this pretty much on the daily, follow me on Facebook or x.com or subscribe to our YouTube channel. Take care, everybody. Have a wonderful rest of your Sunday, and should be back here tomorrow, and we'll see what happens today. All right, everybody. Bye-bye now.